Another step closer to Amazon's space internet dream. On September 25th, United Launch Alliance's mighty Atlas V rocket thundered off from Cape Canaveral, carrying 27 Project Kuiper satellites into orbit. This is Amazon's answer to SpaceX's Starlink, and with this launch, the constellation just passed 129 satellites in orbit. But here's the real question. How close is Amazon to bringing Kuiper internet into your home? Stick around, because we'll break down the launch, what happens next, and Amazon's big global rollout plans. Hit like if you're excited about competition in space internet, and don't forget to subscribe for more spaceflight breakdowns every week. The launch happened just after sunrise at 8:09 a.m. Eastern Time from Space Launch Complex 41 in Florida. The Atlas V rocket was in its 551 configuration. That's 5 solid rocket boosters strapped around a powerful RD-180 engine. Less than 2 minutes in, those boosters dropped away, leaving the core stage to power Kuiper's payload uphill. About 20 minutes after liftoff, the first batch of satellites began separating, with the full deployment wrapping up in 15 minutes. All 27 satellites were inserted into a 280-mile orbit to begin checkouts, before raising themselves to their operational orbit of 392 miles above Earth. So, what exactly is Project Kuiper? It's Amazon's ambitious plan to build a mega constellation of over 3,200 satellites in low Earth orbit, designed to deliver fast, affordable internet anywhere in the world. Think of it as Jeff Bezos' answer to SpaceX's Starlink. With this launch, Amazon now has 129 satellites in space, and that number is going to climb fast. The company wants 200 satellites up by the end of 2025, and service starting in early 2026. Amazon isn't just quietly putting satellites into space. They've already announced JetBlue as their first airline partner, promising Kuiper-powered Wi-Fi on planes starting in 2027. On the ground, service will first roll out in the US, Canada, the UK, France, and Germany. That's by the first quarter of 2026. By 2027, Amazon says Kuiper will cover 57 countries, expanding to nearly 100 countries by the end of 2028. That's massive. It means Kuiper is aiming to challenge Starlink not just in rural homes but also in aviation, enterprise, and government services. Of course, the big elephant in orbit is SpaceX Starlink, with over 6,000 satellites already deployed. Kuiper is years behind in terms of numbers, but here's Amazon's advantage. They can bundle Kuiper with Amazon Prime or AWS cloud services. They've secured launch contracts with multiple providers: ULA's Atlas and Vulcan rockets, SpaceX Falcon 9, Arianespace Ariane 6, and even Blue Origin's New Glenn. That's a multi-rocket strategy to get hundreds of satellites up quickly and avoid being stuck if one system faces delays. According to Amazon's Ricky Freeman, by the end of 2025 they'll have more than 200 satellites in orbit. The heavy-lift Vulcan rocket, once fully operational, can carry up to 45 satellites at once. Combine that with Falcon 9 and Ariane 6 flights, and Kuiper can scale very quickly. The ultimate goal? A global constellation of over 3,200 satellites providing coverage to millions of users by the late 2020s. This isn't just about competing with Starlink. Projects like Kuiper could bridge the digital divide, connecting schools in rural areas, villages with no fiber, ships at sea, and planes in the sky. With more players, we'll see better prices, more options, and faster innovation. So, with this successful Atlas V launch, Amazon's Kuiper is finally gaining real momentum. 129 satellites up, 200 planned by year's end, and global service just around the corner. What do you think? Can Kuiper realistically catch up to Starlink, or is SpaceX too far ahead? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video to boost it in the algorithm. Subscribe for weekly spaceflight updates and share this with your fellow space fans. Competition in orbit is heating up, and you won't want to miss what happens next.